The worst of the winter weather has really been just to our north, up across North Alabama, where they've had some snow and sleet. We are expecting some sleet, maybe even a little bit of freezing rain to gradually shift to south, really through the day, more so as we head into tonight or this evening after the sun goes down. Some icy travel conditions are possible, especially in those northern counties that are already sitting well below freezing, but even further south too, with the threat of some light freezing rain here in the metro area later on tonight. There could be a few icy spots later on tonight into Tuesday morning. That to combine with some dangerously cold temperatures. Make sure you are ready for some of these numbers, as we're expecting temperatures in some spots to drop into the single digits with wind chill values close to zero both Tuesday and Wednesday mornings, and likely below zero in some of the normally colder spots. There's a look at WVTM 13 live Doppler, and boy, does it look like it's just snowing hard up here across North Marion and northern Winston counties. But actually what's reaching the surface is some sleet, and mainly some light sleet up here across places like Haleyville and Hackleburg, parts of Hamilton there too, and even parts of I-22. Some of the interstate looked at least a little bit iced over earlier this morning, and you can see not much moisture making it to Coleman at the moment. Things have kind of really stayed just to our north, where they're seeing a lot of snow on the ground and a lot of that winter weather continuing too. Eventually this will get a kick to the south, as will the Arctic air too. So watch what happens to temperatures as we head through the day today. You'll notice, first of all, that winter weather will shift to further south. The temperatures, at least right along the 59-20 corridor, probably won't drop below freezing until about 7 or 8 o'clock a little bit later on tonight. And then that's when we'll start to see at least some of this, perhaps at least dropping a little bit of sleet, and maybe even more some light freezing rain as it starts to come into contact with surfaces or objects that are at or below freezing. Now, it does look like it dries up pretty quickly, so there's still some question mark of just how widespread the freezing rain will be. And so that's why we think there's not going to be any widespread issues as far as travel tomorrow, but certainly a lot of those elevated surfaces could have some slick spots on them tomorrow morning. The other issue is we're not expected to get above freezing at all tomorrow. It will likely be until the middle of the morning on Wednesday before we'll finally start to thaw out a bit and temperatures finally do climb above the freezing mark. Here's a look, and again, these are computer model generated, but the bottom line is we're expecting under 1/10 of an inch of ice accumulation, with that threat of some light freezing rain later tonight and into tomorrow morning. Travel impacts obviously worst up here, where they've had a pretty decent snowstorm there. As you come further south, though, it is possible that anywhere in this area there could be some light ice accumulation starting mainly after the sun goes down, as that's when temperatures will start to really drop through tomorrow morning, and maybe even through a good portion of the day if it's on roads that haven't been treated or won't be treated, since we don't climb above freezing until late in the morning on Wednesday. And then you'll notice we've got another blast of some really cold air coming in over the weekend. You're watching WVTM 13 News.